That's why I had this made. Usually the only part of me that gets cold is my toes and my hands.
Yeah. Alright, you need anything?
Up.
What you've been told at this point. Three blocks of area. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll get it. Give them a place to get out. Greg Trojek, C-R-A-I-G, T-R-O-J-A-C-K. I'm the Public Information Officer for the Fort Worth Fire Department. So today, just a little after 10:45, we received a call of the smell of gas here at South Main Street in Luda. It turned into a level 2 hazmat response for us. We just wanted to make sure in the district who we were in, there's several apartment complexes around. There's multiple businesses around. We're close to some pretty major industrial spots as well, and kind of towards the hospital district. So we brought in a lot of our resources that were able to monitor the air, and we did roughly evacuate about 100 folks between the businesses and the apartment complexes that were in the area. Atmos is on scene. They have located the cut gas line. It was about an 8-inch line. It was cut by some contractors that were out doing some work in this part of town. So the line itself, the leak has been stopped. What we're doing right now with all the resources and stuff that we have on hand, we're kind of just moving from the outer perimeter that we had evacuated from originally. We're kind of moving closer as we're kind of monitoring that air quality just to make sure that everybody's safe to come back to their place of work and to their homes as well.
Primarily the evacuation residential, or was it also business included as well?
It was mixed. And we had some businesses that we evacuated as well as some homes and some apartment complexes.
Can you talk about the danger of it getting into the sewers, we've seen y'all monitoring for several hours, every few minutes walking around. Can you talk about the dangers of it getting into the sewer system?
Well, we just try to make sure that, usually on depending on the weather and the day, that stuff will dissipate pretty quickly. Today, there's a little bit of a breeze now. It was a little bit more stagnant earlier. And with all the moisture and stuff in the air, it doesn't move off as quickly, as we would like it to. So we take all the precautions to make sure that we're going, like you said, monitoring the stuff that's underground and above ground as well. So if, the lower in the ground, the tunnels and the sewer systems and stuff like that, it's going to sit in those places a little bit longer than normal. So we just wanted to make sure that we had everybody that was out here that had a monitor from our hazmat teams. We kind of sectioned it off north, south, east, and west, and just made sure that we're monitoring that air to make sure it's safe for everybody, and to try to figure out if we need to expand our footprint of evacuations. So that was some of the, as we were doing that, we were trying to figure out, you know, we don't want to evacuate more people, especially on a cooler day like today. Then we've got people outside. Not everybody's got transportation to get to wherever they need to go, or some of those folks don't have places to go. We did bring one of our gear trucks up here that had room in for the folks to be evacuated. They didn't have a place to go. We had put them up in one of our trucks to make sure that they had a heater going and drinks and stuff available as well.
Your status right now for these, I know you said the perimeter is an enclosure, if you will, for slowly but surely back into the heartbeat of where this happened. But to me, most of the people are right there in that large building there. Are they able to get back in?
Yeah, so right now, like I said, the leak has been stopped. We're going through with our monitors to make sure that the air is still not picking up any more readings. As they do that, we will be putting stuff out, and they know where most of those folks have come from, to go tell them if it's safe for them to go back to their home or their place of business. So we're scaling it down. We will be demobilizing here shortly. But like I said, we want to make sure that we're doing it in the right way, with the right tools and stuff that we have to make sure that it's safe.
And did they articulate for you specifically, was that some kind of municipal development where that line was cut, or residential? What kind of work was going on to you all's knowledge at this point?
I'm not sure. I just know the contractors were out there working on the scene, trying to, come up with some type of construction stuff that they were doing, and that's how that line was cut.
And the heart of that was right at Main and, just on the opposite side of where we are now.
Yeah, just a few blocks east of where we are now, on Luda in South Main Street.
Just to make sure any person affected by smelling gas or.
No, there were no injuries. Nobody that we transported. I would say the only folks that were affected were the ones that had to evacuate. Like I said, we tried to do, made sure they had transportation or somewhere to go to. So no injuries, or nobody was affected other than the folks who had to evacuate their homes from the business.
Rick, can you speak on just how serious this is? Obviously, we see a very significant level of response. How serious could this have been?
Well, gas leaks are always serious. Depends on the size of the line that's cut or ruptured, and depends on where it's at. Being on this just south side of the city, with kind of like I said, mix of industrial and residential neighborhoods and stuff that we're in. It's always a serious thing. As I said before, the weather does play into that. Is how quick it can dissipate, or if we need if it's going to sit around a little bit longer than what we're used to. Here in Texas, usually without the cloud cover and stuff that we have today, that stuff usually with the breeze and stuff dissipates pretty quickly. But it all goes back to its environment. See here, it's Texas weather. It could always be a very serious thing, especially for a gas vapor cloud. It's not moving off as what we should want to.
That cloud you mentioned, I've only been here less than an hour. On your side, I haven't smelled a thing.
Yeah.
I did talk to a couple of residents. Was it evident for them that it was permeating through this air for a little and concerning for it?
Well, I think part of the reason that we tried to set you guys up here on the part that like I said, there's not a big wind today, but we wanted to make sure that we've got you guys set up in a safe place as well. So you're not going to smell it in the areas.
It was pretty evident.
Yeah, you could smell it earlier. When I first got here, it was evident that there was a smell of gas in the air. So
When you get it built up in the sewer like that, do you just kind of have to let it go away, or do y'all put fans in it, try to help get it what's the procedure of that? Just kind of let it?
Yeah, so I would say the procedure it's a little bit different every time we get a gas call. Some of them, if it's in a building and stuff, we can help it with fans and stuff like that. Typically when it's outdoors, we don't do anything like that, but I would say that not all the time. It's going to depend on, like I said, how big of a breeze there is and where it's at. We do have fans and systems that we can use to try to get that stuff to move out of the the perimeter. Sometimes you just got to let it do what it's going to do.
So it's fine.
Correct.
Thank you so much.
Can you talk about how many units you had here on scene?
I didn't even get the total number of units. I knew it grows to a level 2 hazmat situation, which brings in a lot of our hazmat, satellite hazmat companies. We had some initial responding units here just to kind of help, make sure the evacuations and stuff were complete. Fort Worth Police Department helped us as well, as well as some of the police officers from some of the hospitals here in close proximity. level two. Like I said, I don't have an exact count because as we found out, it was more of a hazmat call. We let some of those other companies that were here initially get back into service, so I don't have a complete number on me. Right now.